really close up, but we're doing something really kind of different today. I think this could be interesting. We're going to be very intimate when we do this shot. Okay, this is going to be a very intimate shot, and I'm still kind of working out the kinks of this whole thing here, but this is going to be an exciting day. It's kind of a milestone day. I'm probably exaggerating a little bit, but maybe it is. Maybe it's a milestone day for another fishing show. We are going to do some POV, point of view, live today. I've got this contraption. I'll show it to you sometime. I'll do a video. But right now, I actually got to make sure there's nothing in my nostrils because that could be really disturbing. I look okay, relatively anyway. So, I've got this contraption on. It's a GoPro chesty, but it's got this gooseneck contraption that kind of allows you to do allows you to go hands-free. So you have a regular GoPro chesty, and then this gooseneck that comes out of the GoPro chesty, and I'm talking to you. It's allowing me to get the camera. Whisker Sticks, what's up, brother? It allows me to get the camera or the phone off my chest, out away from my chest, and allows me to go hands-free and talk to you guys. But here's the cool thing. I'll be able to do that. Oh, look it. And now it's point of view. You could see me fishing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty excited about this. I love the live technology. One thing is you know, you're getting a very close shot of my face when we go to this shot, but it's that point of view shot that I'm looking forward to using, and hopefully it'll feel more like you're out here fishing with me. You know, maybe feel like you're even fishing yourself. So I'm gonna go down to a spot. The last time I did a live, Whisker Sticks, yes. This is from a company called Livestream Gear. So type in, go to Google, type in Livestream Gear, and you can buy one of these yourself. Pretty cool. So it's gonna be really cool too for ice fishing, because you know, the lakes here in Minnesota are frozen now, and you can ice fish. I'll just give you an example, which is really cool. So over to my left here, we've got icebergs floating down the river. It works for GoPros and smartphones, Whisker Sticks. So what's really amazing is right to my left here is a iceberg. So, you know, that's what we're kind of dealing with today. It's cold, but we're not going to stay over on, hi, I don't know what kind of comment that is. We just got spammed, ladies and gentlemen, but we're not going to go, we're going to go on the side of the river that doesn't have any icebergs. Okay? So we're going to stay away from those. And I'm going to switch back to me. But there's a spot that I want to go to, and there's a couple people fishing it. They're going to think I'm really nuts with this thing on, but I don't really care, right? We've got exciting live POV, point of view fishing to be done. So I'm going to get over to these guys. Yeah, I know exactly where I want to be here. It's really pretty amazing. The river is pretty low right now. Last year this time the river was much higher, so you really have to fish, try to find holes. You know, I'm looking for holes right now. More than just current breaks. So it's a little bit different. I just missed a comment there. Slider, what's up? Slider Slinger in the house. Trey in the house. I'm freezing my ass off at the river too. One fish all day. Well, I'm a little nervous too, man. I haven't been out here in a little bit. But one thing that I really like is that we've got colder water now. We're looking at 40 degree. Thank you, Whisker Sticks. I appreciate it. 50 degrees there, huh? Nice. So I'm gonna go, and what I'm gonna do, I'll actually show you here. That's what I'm using right there, guys. That's my bread and butter. And the temp Decado is right where I'm at right now, is 35.8, but it's gonna get warmer as I get closer to that shoreline over there. But this is a 1/4 ounce weight here, and I have it pegged. And then this is a 3.5 inch Berkeley power tube. Okay, and I'm rigging it with a that's a 3/0 Gamakatsu hook right there. You have to be an adult today, Whisker Sticks, is that what you said? Yeah, that's a 3.5 inch Berkeley power tube. That's a green pumpkin and a 3/0 offset extra wide gap Gamakatsu hook. And I always peg like so right there. That's the setup. It's really not complex at all. And we're gonna get into POV mode and see if we can't catch a fish. That pole there is what I've live streamed on before. I'd put the camera or the phone right there and live stream. That's how I did it before. That's actually a panfish portrait from Yak Attack. It's very cool. But we're gonna try this today, but I did want to bring that along just as a backup, just in case this wouldn't work. So here we go, guys. Hopefully the fish are snapping like crazy. I got to get a little bit more organized here. But we got guys on shore that are... Uh-oh. Okay, good. I was just a little worried there. I thought might have lost the... Thought we might have lost the trolling motor there for a second, but we're good. Here we go. We're gonna do our first cast. I'm moving up here. We got 2 guys on the shoreline. Wade fishermen. I don't know how easy it's gonna be with this contraption on land to fish, but it should be interesting anyway. So there's, up here we got a little bit of a, there's a hole basically here. And I gotta get up a little bit here. Anyway, anybody, the awesome dating site, how to make fried rice, that's very, very interesting. I'd love for you to go away. Anybody know how to just completely get them off the site, off this live stream? We've been spammed, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that's the first cast. And I'm hoping these fish are just loaded in here right now. The water temperature, what I really like here, I like having a water temperature of 40 degrees. And right now, we're about there. It's actually, I got a big fish, guys. I have got a big fish, guys. I've got a real big fish on. My goodness, this is a big fish. Real big fish. Real big fish, guys. And I don't know where my net is. Oh my goodness. Real big fish. And this is really strange trying to do this live stream, but this is a big fish, guys. I gotta point this in the right direction. Oh, yeah, this is a real big fish. Real big fish. Oh my gosh. This is a giant, guys. I am such a nervous wreck now. I'm trying to also compose the shot so you can see it. Do you see this, how long this fish is? Get in this net. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. You see this fish, guys? Oh, Lord. This is a giant. Okay, all right. So, what I was trying to tell you, that's the first cast right there, guys. Oh my gosh. That's the first cast right there, guys. So what I was trying to tell you, what's really special about the upper Mississippi River is that 40-degree mark. You want, I don't know what happens, but these fish, they get concentrated and they group up at like 40 degrees. I'm sorry guys, I gotta look at this fish here. Okay, I mean that's a nice one right there. So let's put a let's see how much he measures here. Let's see the length of him here. All right, let's see here. I'm saying he's very long. He's very long and he's very cold. And I gotta, the tough part is I've gotta also, bear with me here folks. Folks, did I just say folks? I don't say folks. All right, so he's really, you see that guys? That's how long he is. That's how long he is. Let's get this guy back in the water. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Let's get him back in the water. There he goes. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is pretty special. I had a feeling this might happen, guys. So if you're on a, let me get ready for a super close-up, guys. Yeah, is that crazy, Decado? Or what? I'm sorry if you guys see any nostril hairs or anything unfortunate like that. You know, any snot, or I mean, really, this is a very tight shot, I realize. But so what I was saying is that I'm actually going to be marking a waypoint there as well. But you want a water temperature of 40 degrees, and it seems to the colder the water, it actually seems to pack them up, group them up into predictable spots. Either current breaks with slack water is what you're looking for. The problem right now is that the water's so low that it's hard to find current breaks. So what you have to look for are holes, and the holes basically act as an area that has slack water. Okay, so this is going to be exciting. So what I would recommend you do, and what would be very helpful for another fishing show, is if you could share this video right now and let people know that it's about to get on. You know what I'm saying? All right, thank you, Whisker Sticks, appreciate it. So yeah, share the video, like the video. It's I got a feeling we're in for some good times here. And I actually have a Christmas party to go to later, but it might be very difficult for me to get off this live stream. Thank you, Whisker Sticks. Okay, so that was the first cast. That was the first cast. Oh my goodness. So I gotta have my net. I'm not one of these guys that worries about catching a fish on the first cast, by the way. I'm all about catching a fish on the first cast. I don't think it's bad luck at all. I prefer it to happen. So, yeah, that was, what was that fish? That was, I mean, if I was measuring them very quickly, I mean, that fish might be, I don't know, that fish might be, he was over 19 inches. All right, so what I gotta do now, let's see, bear with me here, guys. I've got to I gotta fix this tube here. It's all kinds of ganked up right now. And I'm anxious. See me shaking? I'm shaking like crazy. Okay, so we're just gonna do that. And this isn't, it's not pretty looking, you know what I'm saying, but it works. So let's make another cast. The air temperature is really nice right now. Really nice. Really nice air temperature. It's 30, I think it's about 30 degrees, but the real important part of this whole gig is that there's no wind. And when you got no wind, you know, that's what you want. It's very comfortable out here. Decado, all I was doing is I was making a cast, and I just let it sit to the bottom. I wasn't even doing anything. I wish I could tell you I had some like special way I was retrieving, but that's just not the case. And when you find them, you don't have to do anything too complicated. So here we go. Yeah, basically dead stick. That's right. This time of year, Decado, I don't pop the tube at all. I just drag it right on the bottom. And if you saw that fish, he was fighting very sluggishly. It wasn't like he was active, but they are hungry. I mean, they want to eat this time of year. I've got cords all over the place. I may have to figure out a better cord management system here. Yeah, the fat ones are lazy. That feels like almost felt like a bite right there. That feels not a bite. I gotta fix my tube here a little bit. Who's all joining us right now? Where's everybody hailing from? Yes, Adam Geis. What's going on, brother? What's shaking? What's shaking is I just caught a big fish, Adam. I just caught a big fish. And I'm trying to catch another one. So, here we go. Shouldn't take long here. I got to get them dialed in. We'll get another one here, Adam. We'll get another one here soon. So yeah, I'm not popping it. I'm just dragging it on the bottom. And I'm sitting in, right now I'm sitting in 5 feet of water. This is a nice little hole here. There's another area that I want to try too, upstream, that is basically a hole that has some slack. And should be able to get some out of there too. And now St. Cloud out. What's that, Nathan? I missed that, brother. I missed that, Nathan. All right. Yeah, we got some nice slack. Oh, all right. Nathan's out ice fishing on the river. Very cool, Nathan. And we should be able to pick one up right in here. There's nice, good slack water in here. It's all you're looking for right now. And we are sitting in 6.5 feet of water, which is plenty deep enough. If you can find slack, you don't even need that deep of water. Sometimes it's preferred. I think the deeper water gives them a little bit more security, because there's a lot of eagles in this area here, this neck of the woods. So if you can find a little bit deeper water and then slack, that's the deal. I wish I would have marked a waypoint where I caught that fish, because it was I mean, it was like clockwork. First cast, boom, he hit it. I set the hook. I just got to dial in the spot and kind of figure out where they're at. You know, there's got to be a group of them here somewhere. Sometimes it can just be one, just cast after cast, you're catching fish. We got some trumpeter swans incoming. Check that out. See them? They're trumpeter swans. Pretty awesome sight right there. That's why we fish, right? Stuff like that. That's why we fish. We fish to catch fish, obviously, and we also, I mean, we love nature. Birds and, you know, all that stuff. It's the icing. I know there's got to be another big smallmouth in here somewhere. I'm gonna find you, dude. I brought a bunch of other baits too. You know, I got jerk baits that we can try. But this tube is it's a real no-brainer. Real no-brainer. That's not how, you definitely don't want your tube looking like that. So we gotta fix that. So is everybody excited for Christmas? Everybody got their Christmas shopping done? I haven't done any Christmas shopping. This is kind of crazy. I'm using the iPhone. I'm not even looking at the bait. I'm just looking at my screen to fix my bait. It's fascinating. Okay, I'm gonna go up here a little bit. I gotta get on this spot here. Gotta get closer. I'm fishing a little bit too much in the current right now, I feel like. But I'm also, I don't want to be casting over these guys in front of me here. So, okay. Let's see if we can catch a giant. Yeah, it's just a beautiful day out here. If you dress appropriately and you get a day that's like 30 degrees and there's no wind, it's so comfortable. And the fishing can be amazing. All I'm kind of doing right now, I'm actually just kind of drifting with the current and not even really retrieving. Oh yeah, Nathan, a lot of geese where you are? Up in St. Cloud, that's awesome. Yeah, pretty cool sight, man. Never tire of those scenes. That felt like a fish right there. I could see them hitting a jerkbait in here too right now. I might throw a jerkbait here pretty soon. We'll see here. We'll find them here, guys. I'm going over what looks to be a bunch of rocks. This area too has a lot of trees, sunken trees, so a lot of habitat in here. A lot of habitat in here. Come on, fish. I know you're in here. My guides are icing up a little bit, which is pretty common this time of year. I'm gonna move up here. Move up a little bit. You can see my fish finder. We are sitting in 5.6 feet of water here. Right. I've got to do a little bit of cord management here, guys. It's a bit crazy here. Let me fix my setup here. Decado, do you ever dead stick flukes or swim baits? I've had great winter days on the Susquehanna River in Pennsylvania. You know, Decado, I think that's a great idea, and I know guys here on the upper Mississippi River will do that. With flukes, I know for sure. With super flukes, Zoom super flukes, which are, if you guys don't know, they're an awesome soft jerk bait. But Decado, I have not done it yet. I've just been so set on this tube that I need to get my act together and try some different things. But I think, you know, I've dead sticked a Pointer 100 soft, or you know, regular hard, you know, suspending jerk bait before, and had good success doing that. So I think I'm going to try that today. I actually do have some flukes with me now that I remember. So we can give that a go too. I do want to try this this tube a little bit more. We've got two bank fishermen, and I don't want to get all over their stuff here, so I'm kind of trying to be respectful of these guys. There's a few other spots that we're going to try today upstream, where it's basically on an island, so I do want to try that spot as well. Oh, you can learn how to, the awesome dating site can teach you how to make out. That's fantastic. Thank you. But boy, to catch a smallmouth like that quickly on the first cast is like, I'm really surprised I haven't got another bite. There's one. There's one. Yeah. Oh, I just missed him. I missed him because I ran into my setup here, into my phone. But that was definitely a fish. Oh, yay. Okay, hold on. I'll get my act together here. Just a second, guys. That was definitely a fish. So I kind of skin hook it. I put it back in like so. Like this. And yeah, that was a fish. But the weird thing is that I've got to get used to setting the hook with this contraption on me. Yeah, it's not easy, but you know, we'll make it work. I'm sorry about the composition. We'll make it work. I'm gonna get back up here. But that was definitely a fish. I couldn't get a good hook set on him. Let's try this again. I need to set the hook to the right and not straight into the camera. There's a good one. There's a good one. There's a good one. There's a good one, guys. Good one, good one, good one, good one, good one. That's a good one, guys. That's a good one. I gotta get the net. I gotta get the net. Oh, that's another good one, guys. That's another good one, guys. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna mark a waypoint. Okay, wow. Yeah. That's what I like. That's what I, yeah. That's a good one right there. Really good one, really good one. All right, so he's probably an 18 at least. 18-incher at least, I'd say. That is, oh my Lord, I love this river. So, let's measure him. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful smallmouth. Let's measure that, get this guy. Guys, do me a favor, share this video. Share this video. And let people know we're having a good time out on the river. That fish is, he is 17, what is he, guys? He's 17 3/4, we'll call him. Almost 18. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So let's, bye-bye, bud. There he goes. Oh. Are we having fun yet? Are we having fun? Are we having fun, guys? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I think we've got them dialed. I marked a waypoint, and you know, they're in the hole, and they're wanting a tube. But I think we could probably try some other baits too, just to change it up and have some fun. I know this is a very, very close shot. Guys, let me know, do you like this point of view stuff? Yes, Russell, we are live, brother. Good to have you here. Russell Heater in the house, a fantastic photographer. And also he's a brilliant videographer as well. He's got quite the eye. But yeah, let me know how you guys like this point of view stuff. I really, I think it's cool. I would enjoy watching this myself, but what we can do is we can switch off to a little bit. I can put the camera on the pole here in front of me too. We can go back to that style. But I do want to try this point of view stuff. I think just personally, I think it'd be fun to watch. So that's why I'm doing it. And we've moved back up to the spot here. And we'll go back to this angle, and I got to fix this tube here. I got my line. There we go. All right, this gentleman on the bank is moving upstream a little bit, so I'm gonna fish this area where he was kind of fishing. I'm gonna fish a little bit harder. I didn't want to, of course, you know, fish in his spot. So yeah, we're let's try to catch another nice fish. I mean, can you know, that's let's see, we got two fish live streaming. One was an 18, and no, one was a 19 something. One was a 17 3/4. And you know, let's see if we can get, what do we want to do? Do we want to try to catch a 20-incher? Is that the goal right now? See if we can get a 20-incher live streaming. Let's do it. Let's do it. So if you just joined me, I'm using that feels very fishy. I was about to set the hook there, guys. 20.5, Justin, go for a 20.5. All right, we can do that. Justin Bean, thanks for watching, brother. 20.5. That'll be our mission during this live stream then, Justin. We'll go for a 20.5. And there's a lot of wood up here. And I'm just kind of, that's why I Texas rigged this tube, is I want to be able to come through that wood easy. You know, you definitely, this stretch of the Mississippi River, there's a lot of wood. You don't want to be using an exposed hook. Decado, I am sitting in 6.3 feet of water right here. So this section of the river, you have a lot of just flat shoals, and especially it's low right now. So if you find a little depression like this, that's what this is right here, you're gonna find smallmouth. And it's just, for whatever reason, it seems like you on the river here, you get that 40-degree mark. You know, you want the water temperature cold because it congregates them. So the best fishing is actually when, you know, you got the water temperature in that 40-degree, you know, that 40-degree mark is what you're aiming for. Appreciate everybody watching. I'm going to try to catch a 20.5 incher during this live stream. That's the goal. Already got 2 nice ones. And if you guys can like the video, share the video right now. I think we're going to have a banner day. So if you can get the word out by sharing the video, I'd really, really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Another fishing show. We're gonna get another one here, guys. Real soon. Real soon. So yeah, I said this earlier, but whenever I Texas rig, I always peg. I peg the bullet weight, you know. I don't like that thing. Thank you, Northwoods. Appreciate it very much, guys. Northwoods angling in the house. That was not a fish. I think my tube needs to be fixed here. One thing that's kind of funny is, well, it's not funny, it's actually really stupid, but I'm gonna have to reuse kind of beat up tubes today because I only have 2 new ones. I should have bought another pack of power tubes, but that's the setup right there, guys. But I didn't, I thought I had more power tubes, but I've got only 2 new ones. So I have to be very, very conservative with my tubes today. I'm gonna fish right out in front of me here. I'm sitting in 6.5, actually 6.6 feet of water. And I'm just gonna now drag this thing. Justin Bean, any scent on your tubes? What I'm using, Justin, is Berkeley power tubes. And I've done this, I've said this a lot because I really believe in power bait because of the scent that's in the power bait. You don't need, if you use power bait, you don't need to use, you know, additional scents. It's that powerful. And I've had just very good luck with power bait. I've seen instances where smallmouth are actually attracted to it. They're actually attracted to it. You can use just regular plastics and the power bait will outfish them because, oh boy, that felt good, because the scent disperses. I know this sounds like a commercial. It's the truth. That's a fish, right? No. That might have been a fish. but it disperses through the water and they're actually attracted to it. And then the great thing too about power bait is that when they grab it, then it tastes real to them and they hold on to it longer, and you can get better, you know, better hook sets. It also allows, you know, as a fisherman, there's plenty of times where I'm sure that we're not even feeling a fish eat, and you know, we're not setting the hook when we should. Power bait allows you to kind of mess up and still be able to catch a fish. River rat. I know. Does that mean river rat outdoors? Nick Sebald in the house. Is that when you get spammers? Does that mean you're popular? I guess that's a metric, huh? We're really moving this. Oh my gosh! I thought this guy in front of me had a monster. Yeah, maybe that's a good sign, Nick. We're getting this spammer, this dating site, doing something right. All right, well, that's good to know, Nick. Hey, dude, how's that river near you? Still open any? Ooh, there was a fish. I just missed him. I just missed him. Yes, so here's the thing. Northwoods Angling, that's right. We're going to be doing a collaboration with Northwoods Angling. If you haven't subscribed to Northwoods Angling, guys, subscribe to Northwoods Angling. Catfish Weekly, it's 30 degrees here. So in Minnesota, 30 degrees is like, you know, balmy weather. And what's awesome about it is there's no wind. So whenever you have a situation where you get into, you know, 30 degrees and no wind, you better get out on the water, or, you know, just out on a frozen lake, whatever. If it's in Minnesota, 30 degrees is warm. Wide open, huh? Ice chicks flowing through. Chicks? Ice chicks. Monday weather. Yeah, I really, Nick, I'm really interested in that river. The walleye fishing, I think, I have a feeling, and you might laugh at this because you probably already know, but I have a feeling that the walleye fishing is a bit underappreciated there. I'll put it that way. And I'd love to explore it with you because I'm a big fan of that river. You just got to figure out a time. My fishing goals for 2018, Decado? Yes, there are no walleyes there. My fishing goals for 2018. A lot of my fishing goals are also another fishing show goals. I want to be able to do. I'm really loving live, you know, doing live stream. There's a fish right there, guys, but I just messed up because I couldn't find my handle. There's quite a few fish in here. I'm just messing up. My fishing goals, I want to do more live streaming. I love the idea of, I'm just really impressed with what's just happening, which just in general, what's happening with social media and in the fishing world, and being able to share experiences is really cool. I want to get better at doing that. I want to do more. Big thing is I want to do some more ice fishing for catfish up here in Minnesota, and sturgeon fishing. Believe it or not, man, you can ice fish for sturgeon up here, Decado, and I'm actually going to be doing that on Monday with NWA, also known as Northwoods Angling. And if you haven't subscribed to those guys, do it. They're all about big fish, and they've taught me a ton, not only about just catching big fish, but also just about YouTube. So I appreciate it very much, guys. Northwoods Angling. Any muskie shows coming up? So here's the thing, Decado. I'm friends with Pete Mena, and we tried to get a collaboration going with Pete Mena it was in September. We were going to do something, but my mom got really sick and we weren't able to do it. So next year we are going to collaborate with Pete Mena. There's a fish right there. God darn it. Oh my Lord. So yeah, next year, 2018, we are going to collaborate with Pete Mena. I did a live stream with him at iCast, and Catfish Weekly, I'm a mess, aren't I? I did a live stream with Pete Mena at iCast, and he's a great guy. I like his style, man. He's a very real dude, you know, very down to earth, and he's a hell of a fisherman. And we're gonna do something next year with Pete. We'll probably do a few things with Pete. He's growing his YouTube channel too, so if you guys haven't subscribed to Pete Mena, I think his channel is Pete Mena Professional Muskie Fisherman, something like that. Just Google his name, and you'll find him. But yeah, so that's definitely that'll happen next year. What are your goals? What's everybody's goals? My short-term goal right now is to catch a 20 and a half inch smallmouth. I'm kind of all over these fish right now. My boat control is terrible right now. I'm like right on top of where I should be fishing. So I got to get my act together here. There's oh my gosh. So right now I got this whole spot to myself. It's just us guys. It's just us. We have this whole spot. We're gonna really get them dialed in now. So we don't have any other fishermen to contend with out here, and I know they're in here. And the wind is picked up a little bit. I'm a little concerned about that. There's a fish. There's one. There's one, guys. There's one. This is a good one, dudes. This is a good fish, guys. I'm telling you. This is, I mean, he's probably 18-inch range. My Lord. Oh, no, he might be bigger, guys. This might be our 20 and a half incher. I've got to adjust the drag here. My Lord, now he's really dogging. This might be a really, yeah, this is a good one, guys. My Lord, what a fish. Oh my God, what a fish. Hold on, guys. This is a giant. This is a giant. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I couldn't. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh boy. So here's the thing. There were, that might be it, Justin, I'm telling you. Here's the thing that's really interesting. This is why I'm such a believer in power bait, okay? So we had two bank fishermen. Here, I'll get it on my face here. It's not a great angle, is it? We had, I don't want to mess this up. I got to be easy with this deal, but that's a really bad composition, and I have a hard time with that. We had two bank fishermen fishing this spot, and I watched them the whole time, and they didn't catch anything, right? And in that instance, it makes me think that the power bait, it's the power bait that I'm using is the deal. I believe in it that much, I'm telling you. Okay, it's very hard to prove this, but I think the power bait is making the difference here. I mean, you know, how am I supposed to prove any of that? But I have very high confidence in the power bait. So let's get this fish in. Just bear with me, guys. Oh, that's a fat fish. Whew. That is a. Oh my gosh, I love this. Ooh. Okay, so he is really fat, and he's very cold. That's a beauty right there. My goodness. Okay, all right, so I got a guy walking the shoreline here. I gotta stake my claim on this area here, but let's measure him real quick. Smelly jelly, yep, I've used smelly jelly before. Ducato. Oh, this is a big fish. Okay, so he's acting very like he's got rigor mortis because he's so cold. He is 19. That's a 19 incher here, guys. So we haven't caught our 20 yet. Let's release him on this side. And there he goes. Yeah, very fat, Justin. Very fat smallmouth. Still a beast. I mean, yeah, thank you guys for watching this, because this is pretty special. My fingers, see, we got a guy walking the bank here. My fingers are getting a bit cold, so I gotta re-rig this tube that's in the net. I always use a rubber net because a mesh net is just an absolute abomination. Yeah, here he's coming. I always use a rubber net, so you don't, with a mesh net you just constantly are getting hooked into it. You want to use a rubber net. It's better for the fish too. We're gonna fix this like so. Do that. We're just gonna skin hook it a little bit, and I got to be conservative with these tubes because I don't have a whole lot of them. I'm very ill prepared. Not very smart. So, okay, let's get back up to it. Here. Alright, so... Alright. Yeah, that was a... I got line. I'm stepping on line. I'm frozen. It's getting a little cold out here. The wind is... I shouldn't say that. It hasn't really picked up at all. I shouldn't say that. I think it's just basically I'm getting a little bit colder because my hands are getting wet. I have no complaints here. No complaints. Let's catch another fish. My rod tip is... What time is it in India? I don't know, awesome dating site, but I wish you'd go away. Just go away. You're such a nuisance. So, yeah, that's, we got 3 good fish so far in the live stream. We're looking, Justin Bean wants us to catch a 20.5 incher, so let's do that. I'm using 8-pound Berkeley 100% fluorocarbon. I really like it. Good stuff. I like fluorocarbon because very little stretch. You can, that feels like a fish. It might have been a fish. I don't know for sure, but anyway, I use fluorocarbon, 8-pound fluorocarbon. It's got very little stretch, and also, you know, because of that low stretch, you get better hook sets, and also there's better sensitivity. You can feel what's on the bottom better. Good thing about fluorocarbon in clear water, it has the same, nearly the same refraction, light refraction as water, so it's very invisible, nearly invisible, I should say, underwater. And it sinks, so it's just good stuff. I use fluorocarbon exclusively when I'm fishing bottom baits, like, you know, tubes or jigs. That felt like a fish right there. That feels like a fish right there. I'm gonna set the hook, and I think it was line. So yeah, we're gonna. I got some dude's line, so we're gonna not throw it back into the water. Look at someone. See what was going on there? See that? Someone was using a Ned rig, which is about as do nothing as it gets right there. Kind of just looks like a turd with a jig head on it. Sometimes bass can be very, well, not picky at all. Peanut butter and jelly, that's right. Peanut butter and jelly. Mark, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Greetings from the Great White North. Catfish Weekly. I got news for you here. Where I'm fishing, I bet you there's channel cats in the same area that I'm fishing. You would not be a bit surprised. There are up at here in Mississippi, on the upper Mississippi River in Minnesota, there's great channel cat fishing. Great channel cat fishing. Okay, let's get our act together here, shall we? All right, you should, absolutely. Love for you to come up here. Catfish Weekly, your name is Lyle, right? What size is a good channel Decado? I would say, yeah, great to have you along here, Lyle. Appreciate you watching. Decado, I'd say hold on, that might have been a fish. I'd say a good channel here is 15 pounds. 15 pounder. That's you know, we got them. 15 pounders. These tubes, this tube, I'm trying to get as much out of it as I possibly can because I just don't have many left here. So we're just gonna work that. Yeah, this is kind of, the upper Mississippi River is kind of a sleeper, you know, north of Minneapolis as far as like for channel cats. But there's some big channel cats up here. You just gotta find the holes, the bends, you know, like these. But there's some nice ones. You hear those, Lyle? Yeah, we've got Canadian geese. We've got a lot of trumpeter swans around here. A lot of trumpeter swans. You see, I'm right in the. I've been setting the hook a lot of times. There's a bunch of wood up there, and I've been setting the hook, but I've been coming through that wood because it feels a lot like a smallmouth bite. This time of year, these smallmouth do not. There's a fish right there. There's one. There's one. This is a small guy. He's a small dude. We're still gonna net him because he's, well, let's not. Let's just bring him right in. Boy, he's heavy though. Heavy dude. I actually hooked him on the outside. Like, yeah, not a lot of those. You don't catch a lot of those when the water gets cold. It's kind of interesting. This tube is just beat up. Really beat up. Yeah, he's a little golden nugget, that's right. Pretty cool. So I'm just kind of Sorry about that. I know that's not the, wasn't the greatest angle here. I gotta bring this. See, I'm pegging it. And turn back upstream here. So right now I'm actually in the, it's kind of an eddy right here. And it's actually, wow, I'm impressed with how deep the water is here. It's right in the eddy. It's 5.5 feet. So that's plenty of water. And I'm just gonna make a cast right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast. What's nice about this spot is that you have plenty of depth right near the bank here. So these fish can be right near the bank too. So I'm gonna be trying some of that too. There's not a lot of current up here, Lyle. There's a fish. There's one. There's one. Another little guy. Another little guy, but he's not bad. Not bad. I'm not complaining. I shouldn't say there some sections, Lyle, of the river can be moving pretty fast. But this section here is a little bit slower. There you go. Not a big one. But we know there's bigger ones in here. So I'm just gonna, I gotta go upstream here a little bit, and I gotta fix that tube again. Okay. So yeah, it's once this tube starts getting really gnawed on, the one negative with power bait is that because of, it's basically got fish guts mixed in with the plastic, and it just makes it a little less, durable. But the positives outweigh the negatives. So we're just gonna keep on. Decata. Yes, I think you're right, man. It's that's funny. All right, so right here, right along the bank, we got 5 feet of water. So, and it's really slack right there. So you can make casts right up to the bank and potentially catch them. Yeah, Lyle, there are some sections of the Mississippi River that have quite a bit of current, but where I'm fishing right now, to the right of me, it's the main river current. To the left here, it's slower, and it can move pretty good, but it's not super fast. They might be more relating to the current seam more. I don't know if they might not be real close to the bank right now. Oh my God. Thought I had a fish there. Felt very fishy right there. What do you guys think of this angle? Do you like this? Cool. Okay, Lyle, yeah, you dig it? That's, I love the idea that you can, you know, you can go live and then give, you know, have this kind of a point of view angle. If you like it, Justin, good. You know, someone can't be out fishing, it's kind of the next best thing, you know. Ducato, good. Yeah, more scenic. Catfish Weekly, I can see everything you're doing. Good. Good to hear. I'm gonna move up a little bit. They're definitely not on the bank like I thought they might be. I shouldn't say they're definitely not on the bank, but I'll make a cast up there. And there's times when you can catch them right on the bank. I mean, like they're in nothing water. But you definitely do want to have some deeper water nearby, though. You don't want, you know, you don't want to just be on this big shoal, you know. But they seem to be out. I made a few casts now up right by the bank, and I don't think they're up close to the bank right now. That's the thing about fishing, you know, you always just gotta, I mean, things can change so quickly, and it's never gonna be, I mean, from day to day it's changing, and from hour to hour. Just gotta be willing to change with the fish. Justin, this river does freeze, but because of the beauty of nuclear power, yeah, sure, the beauty of nuclear power, there's sections of the river that don't freeze, and that's where I'm fishing. So I just moved out into a little bit deeper water here. Oh yeah, Jeremy. I meant, yeah, no. It's current friction. That's right, Jeremy. Yeah, no, it's just it's current friction that keeps the river open. There's a fish right there. Oh, I just missed him. But what's funny is, oof, that felt very fishy right there. Jeremy, what's up, brother? How you been, dude? Caught some, have you been with us this whole live stream? If not, caught some nice smallmouth so far. You been fishing at all, Jeremy? My fingers are getting a little colder. There's a, yeah, see, that's a tree that I'm in right now. That's a tree. So we've got trees. Because this is a slacker area, the current kind of pushes all the debris into this spot. And that's why there's a tree here. One tube down, maybe. We'll see. We might be able to get it out here, Ducato. Yeah, I just got it out. It's still there. We still got a tube. It's a miracle. Yeah, so it's not lately. Need to add some material to the bottom of my boat before she hits the river. I got you, Jeremy. So we're just gonna try to get as much as we possibly can out of this tube. And I like to skin hook it there. And then I'm pegging it like so. And all that is just a rubber bobber stop. That's how I peg. It's nothing fancy. All right. Like so. And if you guys just joining me, if you haven't already, subscribe to Another Fishing Show. And if you're enjoying what you're watching, if you haven't already, please share this video. Because we're going to catch a 20.5 incher for Justin Bean here shortly. That's the goal for this live stream. 20.5 incher. Does that sound reasonable? Sounds reasonable, right? And I think my tube just got messed up because I came through some, I don't know what happened. I got a leaf. I hooked the leaf, guys. Let me unhook the leaf here. It's gotten a little colder, I've noticed. I don't know if it's because the sun is getting lower or what exactly is going on. But yeah, it's definitely, it's gotten a little darker and it's gotten a little colder. All right, so there's a 20 incher in here, 20.5 incher in here. You know it. I know it, you know it. And we're gonna catch them, okay? And I've got ice on my rod guides, which is, you know, that's what happens when you fish in December. It's like the middle of December, and we're in Minnesota in the middle of December catching smallmouth bass on the upper Mississippi River. And we're gonna catch a smallmouth here shortly. A big one. It's weird that I've caught two of those small guys. I wish I was paying a little bit more attention where those small guys were, because I think the big ones are kind of hanging out together and the small ones are hanging out together, and I want to hang out with the big dudes and not the small dudes. I think those bigger ones might be out here closer to the current seam. How are we looking on that tube? Tube is looking good. I'm going to fish out here a little bit deeper, like so. See if these fish aren't just relating a little bit more to the current seam, where we got a little bit more current. That basically the point where the current and the slack water meet is what I'm trying to concentrate on. If you're just joining me, thanks for joining me. Slider Slinger, what's up? Just got off the water, only caught one smallmouth. Looks like you're killing it. Trey, it's been good, man. I've caught 3 good ones, 2 smaller ones. Yeah, the tube is doing it, Trey. Yeah, the biggest one I caught was like 19 something, 19 and a 3/4 maybe, almost a 20 incher. I've caught 2 19s, right guys? I think I've caught 2 19s and then 2 19-inch class fish and an 8. Wait, no, maybe I'm full of it. I caught a 17-incher in there. I can't remember now. I've lost track. 17, 18, 19, I think. Something like that. I don't get too caught up on, you know, size. Yeah, it's been good, Trey. It's been good. It can even get better than this. There's been a little bit of pressure on this spot. There's been a couple of bank fishermen fishing it, so they may have already kind of, before I got here, they may have already tapped into it pretty good, but there's still fish to be had in here. You guys need to check out Slider Slinger. Subscribe to his page, to his channel. He's doing a kayak fishing show, and I love it because it's real. You know, 2 dudes, love to fish, 2 buddies, and it's very genuine. And it's right up my alley what you're doing, Trey. And we should try to do a collaboration sometime. You guys are my people, I can just tell. But you're down in Tennessee, right, Trey? I love Tennessee. Tennessee, it's amazing how nice people are in Tennessee. Like I shoot Major League Fishing for those guys. Major League Fishing, it's a bass tournament on Outdoor Channel. Actually, it's on Discovery Channel now and CBS. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, the guys that I've worked with, the professional fishermen on Major League Fishing, the guys from Tennessee are so damn nice. It's amazing. Ott Defoe, Wesley Strader, Tennessee guys, as nice a guys as you can ever meet. Yeah, Lyle, isn't the MLF format cool? It's so much fun to shoot too. And shooting a typical tournament, I enjoy shooting bass tournaments just in general, but the MLF format really keeps you more engaged as just as a videographer, as a camera guy. It's a lot of fun. I agree, Lyle. I think it's the best tournament format going for television. I think the days of the traditional kind of weigh-in in the bass world is it's going away. And it's probably a good thing. I've got to get with the program here. I can't believe I haven't caught a fish yet. This is really interesting. This is only the second time. Lyle, I'm no bass fisherman, but I would love to meet Ike and Swindle. I've shot with Ike a few times. He's definitely a character. Let me tell you, what's so interesting about Mike Iaconelli, whenever he sets the hook, so I film on the back of the boat, as far back as I possibly can, in the back of the boat. And Iaconelli, when he sets the hook, even if it's a 2-pounder, he sets the hook and he's running to the back of the boat into my camera, like every time. It's you got to be on your tippy toe. You got to be paying attention, because he's a wild man. A lot of fun. It's never a dull moment with Mike Iaconelli. I'm kind of thinking I'm kind of back at the what do you call it, the tail of the hole right here, and the current's picking up more. I need to get up there more, I think, is where the majority of the action is. So I'm going to move up right now, and I'm not gonna lie, my fingers are a bit cold. I'm gonna see if I can actually fish just like this. I wonder if that's possible. I don't think it is possible. It's not really possible with these gloves to fish like that. Well, maybe, I don't think so. But it's definitely getting colder out here. I feel like it's now definitely under 30 degrees now. Definitely feels like it's under 30 degrees now. But there's smallmouth to be caught, so you know, I'm not gonna stop fishing. All right. Yeah, if you guys just joined me, the first cast I made in this live stream, I caught one, and it was a good one. It was over 19 inches in this spot here. We basically have a hole, and the current's slow. There's some, it's basically not moving at all right up there, and I'm just dragging this tube in this area of slack water. This time of year, you do not want to be popping the tube. You're just dragging it. Just looks like a crayfish down there. Just move along the bottom. These guys, like most smallmouth, they eat a ton of crayfish, so. What was that, Decado? I missed that, brother. So yeah, I'm just dragging this tube in this area of slacker water, and out behind me, I'm in a tree right there, but out behind me is heavier river current, and right here it's slower river current, and that's what you want to be looking for this time of year for smallmouth bass. The water's cold, they don't want to be fighting current, so you want to be looking for slack water. Let's make a cast up there. We may have to try a different area here shortly. Personal best. Let me see here. Okay, let's see. What's my personal best smallmouth? I got you, Decado. My personal best smallmouth on this river actually is not that big. It's a 20-incher, which, I mean, that's an awesome smallmouth. Don't get me wrong, but there's bigger ones in here. My personal best smallmouth just ever, I caught it out of the Susquehanna River, actually at 3 Mile Island. So, you know, where they had that near nuclear meltdown, or maybe there was a nuclear meltdown there in the 70s. But I fished that when I was in high school and in college. I used to fish the Susquehanna River quite often, and my personal best smallmouth just ever was like, you know, I didn't even, I'm not a guy that worries too much about, like, you know, how many pounds or the length so much. But that fish had to be, you know, I got pictures of it. I don't know, it was over 5 pounds. Not a giant, you know. There's guys that 6 and 7 pounders, but you know, when you're fishing river smallmouth don't get as big as lake smallmouth. Because river smallmouth, I mean, I'm not a fisheries biologist or a scientist, but I imagine river smallmouth don't get as heavy is because they're athletic, and they're constantly burning off fat because they've got to fight current. So yeah, but I definitely would love to catch a 20.5-incher today to beat my personal best on the upper Mississippi River. Let's see, Decado. Yeah, I got a 6. Whoa, that's a giant, Decado. 6, Jeff Little, 6 pound, 10 ounce. That's a giant on the Susquehanna. Giant fish. Those are giant river fish. And I have no doubt, see, I haven't been fishing the Mississippi River that long. I really started fishing it hard you know, this stretch of the river, upper Mississippi River, hard last year. So there's big fish, you know, there's would not surprise me if there's that caliber, you know, 6-pounders to be had in here. I've just not done it yet. Let's make that a goal for 2018. What do you say? Jeff Little's a guide, right? I remember when I lived there. So I lived there in the 90s, in the late 90s. I moved to Pennsylvania. I will hit you up for sure, Decado. My trolling motor just decided to stop working. Okay, now it's working again. Good. Wow, I just got some intel about where to go for 6-pounders. From Outdoor, caught up by Outdoorsman Investments. Good to have you here. He caught that in a kayak turn. Wow. So yeah, I lived in Pennsylvania. I moved out there in 1993. Graduated from high school, Gettysburg High School. Went to college at Susquehanna University. And I remember Jeff, I think I remember Jeff Little hearing, or I may have even fished some tournaments where he was competing in. But yeah, there's also Juan Verute. He's really well known for the Juniata, on the Juniata and the Susquehanna rivers. I know he's big out there as well. But yeah, Susquehanna is beautiful. Much love for the Susquehanna. Trey, last year I caught a 22-incher, 6.5-pound smallmouth. My biggest, that's a giant, Trey. That is a giant. Yeah, I'm interested in, you know, the more I fish this river, seeing how big a smallmouth, you know, you can get out of here. I know someone who recently caught a 21-incher, and I know there's giants in here. You know, 20-incher. I mean, I'm very proud of the two. I've caught two 20-inchers out of here. So I mean, those are beautiful fish, but I'm sure there's a lot bigger in here, and I'm excited to try to catch them. There's a lot of quality in this river. You know, there's a lot of 17s and 18s in this river. And so it can be a lot of fun when you just get into just a load of them, and they really, this time of year, they get really packed up, and it can be just one right after another. This spot, it's been good, but it's not on fire by any means. You know, you can get on spots where it's one cast right after another. Lyle, I missed that. Why is it that the guys up north measure fish in inches, and in the mid-US and south it is in pounds? Lyle, so most of my fishing, you know, I've lived in California, I lived in Pennsylvania, and then I moved to Missouri and then Oklahoma, and most of how I've measured fish is by pounds. And so, but when I've moved up here to Minnesota a few years back, yeah, it's inches. And especially in kayak fishing, Lyle, it's all about inches. So I'm having to kind of retrain my brain to get away from pounds so much, and kind of, there's, oh boy, that felt like a fish, and kind of get back to, or not get back, kind of get used to talking more like in inches in length. Okay, good, got off. So it definitely feels like these fish have kind of shut down a little bit. I'm gonna fish out a little bit into deeper water here. I do want to try something. I thought maybe they didn't sell scales up that way. Yeah, Lyle, there's they do sell scales up here, I promise you. But yeah, there's a whole lot of people that go by the length and not the weight. It's kind of weird. There's a bank fisherman that's up there. He's got about 40 rods he's carrying. I can appreciate that. There's one right there. Got him. Got him. I don't know how big this one is. He's not big. He's not big, but he's not bad either. Oh, he's just a baby, guys. He's just a baby. Come on up in here. Come on up in here. See him? That's a little dude. And this tube has just been beat all to hell. Just been beat all to hell. So I'm pegging these. Pegged. And so what I've kind of seen here is that they're definitely, it's kind of interesting, my trolling motor just kind of stops working. And I've got to twist the handle a few times and then it starts working again. I attribute that to the cold air temperature. All right, so yeah, so bad connection somewhere. Yeah, I think you're right, Lyle. I'm gonna fish out in just a little bit deeper water. I'm not gonna fish near the shore so much now. Just gonna concentrate out deeper, and haven't had a big fish here in a little while. It's been just little guys, so we got to find out where the big ones are located. Those are trumpeter swans, Lyle, that you're hearing. They stay here. Yeah, they stay here all winter long because this section of the upper Mississippi River stays open. Pretty cool. They actually were nearly went extinct. Made a pretty impressive comeback. Yeah, that too, Jeremy. Yep. There's all kinds of birds out here. So I just hit a iceberg. Just hit an iceberg. It's very, very interesting. What about Luke? What about Luke, Lyle? Is Luke with us? Yeah, he's up here too. That's right. Luke fishes the upper Mississippi River. Yes, he does. All right, so I don't know why I cast right. I just said I wasn't going to cast along the shore, and what do? I cast to the shore. I'm not the smartest guy sometimes. Most times. So I gotta concentrate in deeper water. I think that is probably where the bigger fish are. So my kayak's sitting in 6.2 feet of water. This feels, I was about to set the hook right there. make a cast kind of right out in front of me here. Well, that felt very fishy right there. We're going for a 20.5 incher here, guys. That's the there's a lot of wood right in front of me there that I'm coming through, which is a good thing. Smallmouth like wood, particularly on this river too. Their wood is really good in the summertime as a current break. Oh my gosh, throwing a whopper plopper around wood, it can be a blast. Right now, all I'm kind of doing is just, I'm letting the kayak drift. I'm not even really retrieving much. Let's see. We might have to go find some greener pastures here. Might have to find some greener pastures. Now I see that my tube, the hook is exposed. We do not want an exposed. Jeremy, I don't know what you're talking about. A launch? What do you mean a launch? I'm just kidding. No. Nope. Yeah, there's actually, I thought there might be a few more people out today because it's, you know, we have no wind and it's in the 30s. I shouldn't say it's in the 30s. It does not feel like it's in the 30s now. It feels like we might be in the upper 20s now, but whenever you don't, yeah, especially nice for a Saturday. That's what I thought too. I thought because it's a weekend, we'd have more people out here, and you know, we don't have any wind and it's not too terribly cold. I thought we'd have more people fishing, so it's kind of a pleasant surprise. Interesting. The guy, there's a fisherman right, bank fisherman now in front of me, and he's starting to catch them pretty good. They may have hoping for good weather on Thursday so I can get the waders out. Yeah, I haven't looked at the forecast for next week, Jeremy. I know Monday's looking real good, and then I think it gets really cold. So I'm getting out Monday. I'm gonna do a collaboration with Northwoods Angling, and we're gonna go for sturgeon through the ice, snow, cold, and windy, straight out of it. It sounds fantastic, Jeremy. I'm being sarcastic, of course. Yeah, I think I'm going to move upstream. I'm going to put on a new, yeah, I'm going to fish up here a little bit. I'm going to do probably 2 more casts in this area, and then I'm going to put on a new tube, and yeah, it should be awesome, Lyle. I'm going to put on a new tube, and we're going to go to a different section, different section of the river upstream that should, Trey, I'm thinking we probably will do a combination. I'm going to do it like I'm going to shoot for an edited video, but I think we'll also do a live video at some point on Monday, Trey. So I'll give you a heads up on that. I'm really looking forward to it. The Northwoods Angling guys have been ice fishing for sturgeon. They're basically veterans. And, oh, that might have been a fish, guys. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they do it. Because it's, I mean, it's really, really unique. These giant fish coming up through an ice hole. It's crazy. And these lake sturgeon are so cool. Such a cool looking fish. Okay. I'm not going to be fishing here too much longer. I'm going to move up. Crazy. I'm looking downstream here. I might... there's some interesting looking water downstream. I might check some stuff out downstream. It's a little dangerous going, you know, going downstream too far, because if my trolling motor stops working, I'm kind of in trouble. It's not actually, I could just paddle fine. It's not fast current right now, so I could paddle upstream fine. But yeah, I'm gonna put on a new tube, because this one's just been beat all to hell. And here you can see my lovely face. Sorry for that. Oh, my beard is getting absolutely out of control, but you know, that's what happens in Minnesota in the winter. You grow your beard out and you know, look like a real man of the Northwoods. So I'm getting the very important, that's the deal right there. I've only got 2 of them left, but that's the deal. That's what we're gonna be. We're gonna put on a new one, and just bear with me, guys. Put this tray back, and I'm just gonna put on a new power tube. And we're gonna go downstream a little bit. I think we've kind of wore out our welcome on that spot, because we've had bank fishermen fishing it, and I've caught some nice ones off it, so it's probably done for a while. But I'm just gonna put a new tube on. We're gonna go downstream here a little bit, and I'm gonna look for any current breaks, or basically just any slack water, and hopefully we'll catch our 20.5 incher. And what I'm doing right now, one thing that kind of drives me nuts a little bit about power bait is that out of the package, the tentacles are hooked together a lot of times. So I just like to separate those tentacles. And let's see here. We're getting spammed. I really don't need to know how to put on a condom. Awesome dating site. But thanks for, you know, offering. So anyway, so this is a fresh new tube. Yeah, this is how to put on a tube. That's right, Justin. Like so. I mean, isn't that sexy? And we go like that. This is a fresh new tube. We should be able to catch them good on that. But we got to find another spot. We're looking for a new spot here, guys. So I've gone downstream, and
I'm just gonna kind of get closer to the shore here. Get closer to the shore because it'll allow me to, the closer I get to the shore, it'll allow me to kind of see where there might be some slack water areas. You know, anytime you see a bunch of like bubbles that aren't moving, you know, and kind of grouped up, a bunch of gunk kind of on the surface, that's a good sign that the water's slack in an area. So you're looking for that. We got a little outlet here, little creek coming in, and right behind it, it looks like there's a bunch of like just scum on the surface of the water. That means that it's slack in there. And the nice thing about this area is we got plenty of depth. I'm sitting in 7.5 feet of water right here. So there's no reason why there shouldn't be fish in this area. We got plenty of depth and it's slow current, you know. So I have a feeling we'll be able to catch them in down this stretch here. In a perfect world, we'll catch, and there's a fish right there. Oh, I just missed him. Darn it. Man, dang it. Probably messed up the tube right there. See what we got. Yeah, that was a fish. Let's try this again. These gloves really annoy me. They don't stay. It should, anyway. They annoy me. They don't stay. The little flaps don't stay pinned back with the Velcro. Okay, let's try this again. So I'm really liking, we got plenty of depth here, and I'm making a cast right behind a pile of rocks where it doesn't look like there's any current moving at all. Should be a fish in here. What's happening now is that the river is actually getting shallower. So right now the kayak's sitting in 2.5 feet of water, which is way too shallow for my liking. So I'm gonna move up here, and as we move up, we're actually getting into, this hole is actually bigger than I thought it was. We're actually getting into more of into the deeper water of the hole, so I want to stay upstream of this a little bit. So now I was just in 2.5 feet of water, now I'm in 5 feet of water. I feel much more comfortable with the kayak sitting in this depth of water. And we should be able to pull a fish. There's a fish right there. Not a big one, not a big one. Not a big one. We want the big boys. We want the big boys. We want the big boys. It's not a big boy. Okay. So that fish is not big, but he's actually really quite long. And I got him on the bottom jaw, which doesn't happen a lot. So we'll fix the tube. Try to fix the tube. Yeah, we got to find those big girls, Decado. They just like all of a sudden decided to disappear. Oh, let's try this again. We're gonna stay away from the bank. I think we've got small fish right now near the bank, so I'm just gonna cast out this way, a little bit off the bank. And you can hear the swans. Which is pretty darn cool. That's a fish right there. It was not a big fish. He got off, but I don't think it was a big fish. Don't think it was a big fish. You guys know what time it is? Because I actually have to go to a Christmas party tonight. It is 2:51. 2:51, okay. Thank you, Jeremy. Jeremy's on Central Time. I'm on Central Time. Decato's Eastern. It's 2:51. I can probably stay out here another 40 minutes. It's probably what we'll do. One of the things that I'm nervous about, though, is no problem, Decato. Is that you know, I'm gonna be 42 tomorrow. I turn 42 tomorrow, and my bladder just does not have the the control that it used to have. I used to be able to hold my bladder for, I'm talking like, I mean, even if I had to go, I could hold it. Those days are kind of over. Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm getting old, guys. Thank you, Decato. I didn't mean for everybody to, I appreciate it, but I wasn't just trying to get, like, you know, birth. Oh, I just missed one. I just missed one. So this hole is actually, Trey, I love it. Yeah, I don't think we'd probably get in trouble if we went live at this Christmas party. Thank you, Lyle. It gets worse. Yeah, no, I got my I guess it's the prostate. I guess it's the prostate that does prostate. Uh-oh. See what happens in cold. I'm having some line issues. I'm having line issues, guys. So what happens in cold weather is that your line starts behaving badly. So I'm hoping we have a little bit of a cluster going on right here, guys. I'm hoping I could figure out what the issue is. It's not a super cluster right now, but it's not what I want to be doing right now. I don't know if this makes for good live, you know, live video. Could people identify with this? Gosh, this drives me crazy. Look at this. I mean, how does this happen? Does anybody know how this happens? The physics of line just drives me crazy. I mean, what is going on here? I don't want to deal with this right now. What is going on? And I got a rod tip that's frozen, so my line isn't going out. I mean, there's smallmouth to be caught, and I'm jacking with this right now. There's like a knot. Look at this. It's like a knot right here. It's not even that. This is so ticking me off right now. Like, how is that even doing that? Does that even make any sense to anybody out there? I mean, it's not even bad, like, but it's so cold, the line is not, Oh, for goodness sakes. I gotta go to another rod here. I can't mess around with this. Drive me crazy. So annoying. I'm not gonna deal with this right now. So I'm gonna put this rod, just gonna put it right there. I'm not gonna deal with it. And this is, oh my Lord. Guys, if you knew what kind of a cluster we had going on right now, I mean, this is, I got line. See, these are not, the person that designed these gloves here is not a fisherman. See that? I got line wrapped up in my gloves. Luckily for me, I've got a backup rod right here with a tube. So, you know, I'm kind of prepared. All right, let's try this. I'm re-rigging. This goes here. Tube is ready. All right. Just outrageous. Outrageous. And my bladder is just kind of getting, oof. It's kind of, it's full right now. At least it feels like it's full. All right, so let's get back to fishing here. There's that. Got a new rod here. Oh no. So here's the problem when you fish with someone that doesn't know how to reel right, you know. See this, my buddy was using this rod. Look at this. He reels, give me a break. So I gotta fix this. What kind of amateur BS is going on here, guys? So I gotta switch this reel to the right side. Please bear with me. And now I gotta, oh my gosh. Can you believe this? Of course you can believe it. This has happened. I mean, this is something that everybody can relate to. They've got a buddy that reels on the wrong side, right? Yeah, I love Stratix Ducato. But this one, I'll be honest with you, I've had some troubles with it. This is a new reel. It doesn't reel smooth. So I think it's an oil issue. I gotta oil it. It's a lubrication thing, but it's not a smooth. I don't even know if I can fish with it. It's so slow. It's not a smooth. It's not reeling smooth, especially now in the cold. We're gonna see what we can do with it, but it's not gonna be easy. But the alternative is you gotta, if I put this rod down, Matt Ioder, what's up? Welcome to the live stream, brother. We are on the upper Mississippi River. That's all I can say. But yeah, so this reel, it's just not smooth. I think it's an lubrication issue. So I got to figure out what's going on there with it. But we're gonna try to. It's just really weird to try to reel with it not being very smooth. But we're gonna make do. I gotta get this reel fixed though. You guys know anything? Have you ever had a reel that it's just not reeling smooth? Like, is it because of maybe the lube in the reel? I gotta get it fixed because it's just not acceptable. So if you're just anyone here into carp and cat fishing? I am. Thank you, PGH Bottom. What's up, bottom feeders? Yes. Lyle Stokes is in the house. He's big in the catfish, at least. Lyle, I don't know. Maybe you carp fish as well. This reel is really not doing it. We mainly bow hunt carp in southern Wisconsin. Right on. Matt, where in southern Wisconsin? What town you from? You don't have to say. I mean, I'm just curious. I've spent much time in Wisconsin. I had a reel like that once. I couldn't fix it myself. I sent it back to Shimano, and they sent it back saying it was fixed, but it was just the same. Huh. Yeah, this can't. I can't. It's just not good. You can't. I mean, it's. I'm not a real engineer, so I can't figure out necessarily why it's not. It just feels like there's just tension as I'm reeling, which really sucks. No, it's good. Drive you nuts. Just throw it in a shoebox and put it out of your next garage sale for $5. Crappy thing is, I just bought this thing. And I probably should have tested it out before I bought it, right? But no, that was not very smart. I've got to get back. I've moved too far up kind of onto this hole here. It doesn't even sound good. Bummer, dude. I know, right? Hey, guys, I got a reel for sale. Give you a hell of a deal on it. Yeah, I'll check into it, Matt. Hey, Matt, how'd you find out about another fishing show? I'm just curious. We're trying to figure out ways to reach people. And I've not seen you on a live stream before, so I'm just curious how you found out about us. Yeah, I should take it back to the store. I'm hoping I have the receipt. I'm hoping I have the receipt. Come on, fish. I gotta get. I've been on a few of your live streams. Cool. Appreciate you watching, dude. Use any Fluger Presidents? I do not. I've heard really good things about Fluger. I got a buddy that thinks the world of Fluger reels, and I've always been a Shimano guy. But honestly, I have had some problems with their spinning reels lately. Well, this reel, number one. And then also, I've got the reel that I just was, this reel down here, that went out of commission a few minutes ago. That one, the bail kind of messes up from time to time. Like it's not the smoothest bail on that reel. All right, let's try to get our act together here. Got a 20.5 incher to catch. Okay. Yeah, get them on sale for that's a hell of a price, Nick. $40 for a reel, man. This reel is just It ain't where it's at, I'll tell you that much. Sorry about that, guys. I had to adjust my chest strap here. Shimano for life. I know, man. I'm kind of still a Shimano guy, Ducato. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, here's the thing too. I don't take good care of my reels at all. I don't do anything to them. And I've never had really much issues. Yeah, you've got some very wealthy friends there, it sounds like, Matt. I have a few friends that get new reels every year. They buy the 20 and 30. I got you, what you're saying. That might not be a bad thing to do. Late in the game. Yeah, I think you're right, Nick. I think they're all made in the same factory in China. I think you're right, dude. I'm trying to fish this hole better, but yeah, I know a lot of stuff. I guess most of Shimano's reels, Ducato, are now made in Malaysia. But as everybody knows, there's a ton of stuff made in China too. And thank God that China's as big of a country as it is, because if it wasn't, I mean, just think of it, like everything's made in China. And it has to be a huge country because everything's made there, you know? Does that make sense? All right, let's get serious. Okumas, you've done well with Okumas, Mark? What keeps you from using a small John boat? It seems like you have a lot more mobility and comfort. What keeps me from using a John boat is I just like a kayak because I can put it in the back of my pickup truck, and a lot of the waters. Hold on, guys. I think I got a fish, guys. I got a fish, and he just got off. He just got off. I just kind of messed that up. I messed that up. Yeah, it's basically with a kayak, I can put this kayak. This is a New Canoe Frontier 12, and I put it right in the back of my pickup truck. Super easy. It's just more. For me, it's the cost too. I used to have a bass boat, and I really started getting into kayak fishing when I went freelance. I'm a freelance video producer, so when I went freelance, I didn't know what I was jumping into, so I didn't want to have a very expensive boat payment. So what's great about kayak fishing is that you don't have to break the bank, and that is, I just cast right into some wood. I gotta make sure that my tube isn't all messed up here. But the biggest reason I got into kayak fishing was the affordability of it. and I can just put a kayak easily in the back of my pickup truck. So I just missed one right there. Hey guys, what time is it? I got a Christmas party to go to, and I don't want my wife to be mad at me, so I can't stay out here too terribly much longer, but I really want to catch a 20.5 incher. It's 3, okay. 311. You guys want to go to a lot of wood right here. Let's go to 330. Let's go to 330. We'll go to 330 and hopefully we'll have a 20.5 incher. Have I ever tasted power bait river rat? I have, and it's delicious. I agree, Matt. I'm trying, brother. I gotta figure out where the bigger fish are at in this hole. I've caught 3 good ones out of it, but I think they're going to be out here in a little bit deeper water, Matt. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to concentrate on a little bit deeper water. It's amazing how much wood is in here. Amazing how much wood there is here. So there. Guys, I would appreciate it if you shared this video, because I'm about to catch a giant. Share the video, like the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to another fishing show. And hit the bell icon. When you subscribe, hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button, and that will allow you to be notified every time we upload new content or go live. Catfish bubblegum bait. Never heard of that, PGH bottom feeders. When will you get AFS merch? We're gonna work on that, Nick, next year. We're gonna get a store on our website, and we'll get some AFS merchandise going. I'm really particular on hats. Like that feels like I should have set the hook probably right there. I really want to make sure we're getting like there's hats that I guess I need to know like good hat vendors where they make good hats that don't look like you know, that are really high and ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like I want a hat that fits the majority of people's heads well. And doesn't look ridiculous. I'm not a big fan of those, you know, the kind of hats that Make America Great Again hats, you know, that kind of look. I want a very, you know, kind of like those old, you know, like what your grandpa might wear or something. I don't want a hat like that. I want cool hats. So anyway, we got to iron all that stuff out. But yeah, next year. I got some cool ideas too for just designs for t-shirts. So hats and t-shirts is what we're going to come up with for next year. Do some skull caps. Yeah, skull caps, absolutely. I'd like to find a fish right now though. AFS top hats. Are those coming back into style, Nick? The top hat is coming back into style. I did not know that. Abe Lincoln, yes, we're gonna offer Abe Lincoln AFS hats, Nick. Using a live creek chub? I can't do it, dude. Matt, I will not use live bait. I cannot use live bait when I bass fish. I just can't do it. Guys out here, they use suckers, you know, for these smallmouth. I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. The closest thing that I'll get to live bait when I'm bass fishing is power bait. My guides are starting to ice up here big time. We're gonna catch one here. It's gonna happen here, guys. We've got chunks of ice coming down the river here. Chunks of ice coming down the river. You guys see that right there? That's a chunk of ice. It's an iceberg. Little one. I use line conditioner in the cold, helps big time. Yeah, it's basically silicone, right, Decado? Yeah, I know Kevin Van Dam has his own line conditioner. Have you guys used that, Decado? The KVD line conditioner? Need to make sure that these tentacles are not stuck together. Do not like it when we got tentacles stuck together on the tube. But that's it, that's a green pumpkin tube. Yeah, you just put it all over the spool, Decado. You know, the line on the spool is what I'm trying to tell you, or trying to ask you. All right, here we go. Gotta get with the program here. It's definitely getting colder, I'm not gonna lie. I don't. Yeah, it just basically keeps that it keeps the line guides from freezing, right, Decado? Man. Yeah, WD-40 is fish oil lubricant. Makes sense that that would work as well, Matt. WD-40. I see guys on the river spray right on their jig. Yeah, the reason like WD-40 works as a fish attractor is because, or a fish attractant, whatever, as a scent, is because WD-40 is the main ingredient is fish oil. So now you know. Makes everything greasy, yeah. So that silicone spray is better, huh, Decado? For Yeah, conditioner is a little cleaner. Got it. What time we got, guys? I'm out. Thanks for the entertainment, Greg. I also have a party to go to. 10 minutes to get your big fish by. Thank you, River Rat. Appreciate it, Nick. All right, so we got 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. Sounds good, Nick. Appreciate it, brother. Take care. Have a good time tonight. Got 10 minutes. It's 20 minutes? Or you? It's 3:20. Okay. 3:20. It's 3:20. I got 10 minutes, guys. I got to do this until 3:30. We got to figure out where we can catch a 20.5 incher. Thank you, Nick. Where is a 20.5 incher at in this hole? Skip the party and keep fishing. Get buckets, bass fishing. What's up, man? Get buckets. Thanks for joining the party, brother. The live stream party. Yeah, trust me. I would really probably rather stay out here than go to the party. It's going to be a fun party, don't get me wrong, but I'm a fisherman, you know. This is where I'd rather be. I was like, I'd rather be out here. We got to find out where these bigger smallmouth are, though. Well, just even a smallmouth right now. It's definitely slowed down. That might... that didn't really feel like a fish, but sometimes these smallmouth this time of year, they just hold on to it. They're not even, you know, they don't even hardly move. So any kind of resistance, I'll set the hook. So the water temperature right now is, I'm in 39.6 degree water, and the kayak's sitting in 6.2 feet. I'm actually gonna do a video, I'm gonna upload it next week, of my kayak setup for filming. I'm in a New Canoe Frontier 12, and it's a little wider kayak. It's super stable, but it's a great kayak for filming out of, and I'm gonna edit a video next week, post it to our channel. And you can kind of see too, I'll show you how I'm doing these live streams too, but I'll basically kind of just go over my whole filming setup for when I'm in this kayak. See, I'm in wood right there. All that is wood. Try the bow and arrow technique. So get up to it here. I like smaller tubes in the winter. What size tubes, Decado, do you fish in the winter? You know what I need to be trying too more of, Decado? There we go, got it out. I do want to try some hair jigs too on this river. In the winter this year, I want to, or you know, this winter is what I'm trying to say. Hair jigs are great in cold weather, and I wonder if, I have a hard time believing they can outfish a power tube, but I do want to try it out sometime. What's that, Justin? 2 1/4. Oh, I hear you. I missed that comment, Justin. With a smaller tube, it's hard to say. It's possible that a 2 3/4 inch tube would, you know, you might get better hookups. I've not tried it. Like 2.5, learn that, like a 2.5 from Jeff Little. Yeah. I'm digging that. I'll have to try that out. Little 2.5-inch tube, little 2.5-inch Berkeley power tube. I can get used to that. Yeah, there's a lot of little tricks I need to be trying. I appreciate you guys passing along some of these little tidbits of information. Like, I know Jeff Little's a hell of a smallmouth angler, so I'm sure he's got all kinds of great advice and great little things he's learned that can really kind of put more smallmouth in the boat. Yep, you're right, PGH. He makes those dragon head snagless hooks. Decado, if you can, I'd be interested in checking those out. If you could just post a comment to this video after it's done, or just I'm trying to think how you message on, if you can message on YouTube. Just post a comment, like to if you have a link of those heads, I'd love to see them. You know, you could just comment on any of our videos just with a link. That would be awesome, Decado. Yeah, that's the thing, Justin. For me, this 3.5-inch tube is a confidence bait, man. I have so much confidence in this thing, and sometimes you got to be careful of that because there's other baits that can work better, but oh, confidencebaits.com. Okay, nice. I'll check that out. Appreciate it. Okay, I'll check that out. I appreciate it, dude. I'm really surprised we can't get another smallmouth out of here. Got like, there was a fish right there. We've got like 3 minutes left, don't we, guys? 2 minutes left? There's a fish. God dang it. Come on. It's ridiculous. Just had a bite right there. Got me $150 last year in gear. Loved it all. Awesome. I will definitely check that out. I had a bite right up here. It's going to be very hard to leave in this live stream, but it looks like we got about a minute left, doesn't it, guys? I think the next time I come out, I'm going to bring a little heater. Oh, okay. What do you say? Okay, looks like we got about 50 seconds left. Let's do one last cast, guys. We'll go right here. Looks like we got enough depth. This will be our last cast. 20.5-incher. Yeah, gosh, I can't just end on that cast, guys. Let's do, hey, Get Buckets bass fishing. Let's do, I didn't feel real good about that cast. I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching, Get Buckets. Let's do one last cast, right? Let's fix the tube. Thank you, Decado. I'm gonna do one last cast, guys. Fix the tube here a little bit. And we'll go, let's see here. Let's go right here. Right there. This is our last cast, I promise. 20.5 incher. The anticipation is killing me. It's a suspense. And a little bit of wood right there. More wood. I'm gonna set the hook. I got a fish, guys. I got a fish. It's a big fish too, I think. Or it's a piece of wood. No, it's a fish. It's a big fish, guys. No, what is it? I'm in another guy's line here. Look at this. I've caught another guy's line. Oh my God, with a smallmouth on it. You guys seeing this? Look at this. That's not, my tube is right there. My tube is right there. And this, look. That doesn't make any sense. Look at that. You see this? There's my tube. It's not in the fish's mouth. There's the fish with someone else's bait. I mean, this is that fish's lucky day right here. Saved him. That's exactly right, Decado. Unbelievable. So yeah, we're saving smallmouth today, guys. I mean, you talk about a way to end a live stream. All right, so let me kind of reposition here, okay? We're gonna save this smallmouth. Who knows how long he's had? Grand Slam, right, brother? Who knows how long this poor guy has had this in his mouth? He's skinny. See how skinny he is, guys? It's because he's had that in his mouth. So we're gonna. Boy, it's deeply. I'm gonna see first. I'm not gonna. Yeah, he choked it all right. He's had this bait in his mouth for probably quite some time. But what I'm gonna try to do, if I can't do it, I'm just gonna cut the line. But I'm gonna try to see. It's in his gullet here. I'm gonna try to see if I can unhook him without hurting him. If I can't, I'm just gonna cut the line. And I've got to be careful because I also got to make sure that I'm not swept down the river here. But this guy, he's just really skinny because he hasn't been able to eat. Just a second, dude. So let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna try to find where the bend of the hook is. Not easy. Worst comes to worst, I might just cut it, but it's not the greatest situation for this fish to have that in his gullet. So if I can find where the bend of the hook is, see, this looks like a floating. It's not easy. Yeah, I might try that, Decado. I'm gonna have to probably beach this kayak because I'm kind of dealing with yeah, this is not easy. I gotta get them wet. We may have to just cut the line here. So I'm trying not to get swept down current either. I don't even know what kind of a bait this is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut the line here. He's so deeply hooked that his only real chance is for that hook to eventually rust out. Okay, so we cut it. Yeah, it was a walleye hook, and we're gonna. It's kind of wrapped up in the line here, but we're gonna actually. I don't want to just release him. Because I'm in heavy current here. I'm gonna put him in this net, kind of let him right himself here. Looks like he'll be okay. Yeah, he looks like he'll be okay. Hopefully this hook will rust out and this fish will be all right. So I'm just gonna, we're getting in really kind of swift water right here. Okay, I just released him. I didn't want to try to have to hold him in the water with my hand. So I used the net to kind of let him get his bearings there, and then I just let him go. So hopefully that fish will be okay now, and he's going to definitely have an easier time hunting, because he won't have to worry about all that extra line that was hanging out. There's also a swivel at the end of it. So big thing is he might still be able to catch prey and swallow it. It's not going to be easy for him, but hopefully that hook will rust out quickly and he'll be okay. So guys, I gotta go to a Christmas party, so appreciate it. Let me see some of the comments. Wow, an incredible last cast, good effort trying to get the hook out. I try to get buckets, it's the best I could do. I really couldn't. He was really deeply hooked. So appreciate you guys watching very much. If you haven't, I'm trying to get this thing out as much as possible. This is a hell of an angle, isn't it? If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to Another Fishing Show. Tell all your friends and family who fish about it. It would be awesome. And subscribe, hit the bell notification, the bell icon to be notified every time that we're going live or upload new content. Really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll do this again soon. Happy holidays, and I am out.